Welcome to Cold Antler Farm vlog number 19, and baby, it's cold outside.
The number you have dialed has been changed.
Oh look, turkeys. So today on the vlog, I want to talk briefly about how homesteading and farming has changed me. I'm going to be doing these updates between chores. So right now I'm going to go and feed the goats, which are being very loud, and the pigs, and I'll come back and talk about the first thing, which you may not understand or understand at first, which is style. So one thing that changed a lot about me becoming a farmer was clothing and what I thought was stylish and what I wore to express myself. Because when you get into homesteading, you realize your wardrobe has to change. You need stuff that's hardy and strong and tough and good for the outdoors. So cashmere went away, flannel came in, and I found myself getting kind of bored and scrumpy and dumpy, looking like a miniature butch lumberjack chick. So I switched into the style you see now and you'll always see me wearing, which is layers, hats, love my hats or my bandanas or my knit caps, as well as kilts in every season. It is really windy out here. I'm gonna go feed the pigs. So style, yeah, I stopped caring about fashion and I started to actually understand it. When you're being fashionable, you're dressing like everyone else tells you to dress. When you're actually, showing style, you're dressing in a way that expresses yourself. It may not be cool, it may not be popular, but having a sense of style means when people see that look, they say, that's Jenna. And if you ever see someone in a flannel, a jacket, a kilt, and a hat, you better think, that's some Jenna shit right there. Are you surprised they shut up for this vlog? I'm not. Say goodbye to them because we're going to be gone next weekend. Another thing that changed since I became a farmer was travel. And when I say travel, I don't mean like family vacations or international travel. That I never did or could afford to do. I'm talking about travel like, let's go 20 miles away to get dinner with friends and go see a movie. I don't do that stuff often. Everything I want to do is here. Everything I want to eat is here. My friends come here. We've become our own little enclave of awesomeness in our farm community. And within like a 30-mile radius, there's a couple of houses, and we take turns visiting, having potlucks, movie nights, cooking for each other, enjoying each other's company, sharing each other's drinks, and hot tubs. And two of my friends have hot tubs. They are a blessing. And man, a board game night is so much better than going out and spending $50 on a meal I may or may not blog about. It's really nice just chilling out at home and meeting people through friends and clubs and activities instead of in bars and nightclubs and, online. So, could I travel and have a homestead? Absolutely. People do it all the time. You find people to watch over your animals or, get some neighborhood kid to kind of let out the dogs and feed the chickens while you spend a night away in Montreal. Whatever it is you want to do, that's an option. But I think a lot of us are so drawn to this lifestyle because we don't want to be running around. We want our adventures to be at home, and that's been the biggest change for me. I no longer dream of weekends in New York City or traveling to the British Isles to take in a concert and talk about, what I designed in the latest magazine cover. I'm not a designer anymore. I'm a writer and a farmer. And I'm finding the most fun getting up on an October morning and harnessing up the horse for a cart ride, or going on an adventure in the woods with the dogs, or hunting, or fishing, or just spending time making the farm a little better, expanding the pig pen, getting dairy goats trained. Those are the kind of things I do for fun. And when you make your entire life your paradise, vacation is just an excuse to leave the place you want to be, and who wants to do that? Oh, and about clothing, you're going to see me wear the exact same things in most of these vlogs because I only have a couple of outfits I wear, and they exchange through tops, underlayers, hats, jackets, and garments. But get used to jean jackets, flannel, and hats because it's not going anywhere. It's my thing. Another thing that changed is my life with animals, and I don't just mean living with a dog or a cat. I mean my life with animals. I mean hunting and stalking game. I mean fishing and eating out of the rivers. I mean living with animals that you raise, that you milk, that you kill, that you eat. A life cycle in your own backyard that you help kind of manage and keep, the different instruments playing in the orchestra. That's my job as a homesteader, and I love it. And to some people it sounds harsh, like how can you love a life with animals and go out there and kill them and eat them? How can you possibly, call yourself a advocate for animal rights and welfare when you go out there and eat a sheep that you raised from a lamb? Yeah, I know. It's called being part of an ecosystem, and it's called being part of nature in the way nature intended me to be. I find that I hear a lot from atheists or agnostic vegan moralists who want to explain to me how immoral and wrong it is to not eat meat or be a part of nature in that sense. And it amazes me that the most pro-science, humanist, secular, atheist vegan is the strongest hardcore anti-science believer in the world. You don't get to pick what animals are and aren't a part of nature. You don't get to elevate yourself above nature unless you're a part of some very specific religions that do that. So, yeah, I'm okay with doing what science says omnivores should do. And I like controlling it, and I like knowing my animals live a good and healthy life and feeding neighbors and friends that way. Farming and homesteading has changed me politically. I used to be a hardcore progressive liberal woman, and I still consider myself a very left-leaning person, but you start getting involved in producing food and the laws around the USDA and what limitations there are on our basic right of what goes from our hands into our mouth, you start becoming a little more libertarian. And I find myself leaning that way when it goes to things like gun rights and gay rights. I'm in no way a conservative, and I'm in no way a liberal anymore. I lean most towards a libertarian philosophy, but I feel like there's a lot of libertarians that would have a problem with some of my political views as well. So guys, I am a political atheist farmer with strong libertarian leanings. I'm pro-choice, pro-gay rights, pro-guns, pro-gardens, pro-hunting, pro-gardening for things you don't want to hunt, and I'm, pro-living the life you want to live. That's liberty. That's happiness. So when government gets in the way of that, I'm not a fan of it, especially when they think it's for our own good. Another thing farming changed is it brought out a lot more of my spiritual side. Spending time with animals, with nature, with the seasons, it really took what was always in my heart and always a practice of mine and made it my entire lifestyle. I found a lot more faith living this way, and that spiritual side coming out in me has enriched my life and made it a lot better. And I think regardless of what your beliefs or unbeliefs are, farming just gets you closer into a sense of self, a sense of nature, a sense of place, and a sense of wholesomeness that you don't find in other places that are distracting you from those things. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me for my evening chores. I'm gonna go feed the horses now. They get Nelson Green's second cut hay. No grain because I learned my lessons with graining a horse sweet feed. They go crazy. So I'm gonna go do that, but I want to thank you again for watching, and let me know in the comments what things agriculture did to change in you, and let me know what you want to see future vlogs be about. Sorry this one all took place outside in the wind and cold, but I figured the lighting was better than inside the farmhouse, and who knows how often I'll be out here. Notice that the scene outside has changed a lot. We are in the days of grace now.